Ding, ding,
Beep,
ding,
beep,
ding, ding, ding,
beep,
ding,
ding, ding,
ding.
ding. Buzz.
Ooh, that was another tie. Go ahead and say it together.
Frank Landy.
Believe what they're saying. Do they believe what they're saying? I think yes. I'll vote yes.
Yeah. I think I vote yes also. Yeah.
There's McKinsey and there's PricewaterhouseCoopers and there's Deloitte and there's all these consulting firms named after men. And I love men, don't get me wrong, but like I love representation as well, you know? So like, where are these women consulting firms? It's just important to like put it out there and try to defy the stereotypes and the numbers and just be that leader and try to build that company that defies these like traditional approaches to grow, money.
We wanted to put, science first and show that was our differentiator. Like we can make really cool, user-friendly, beautiful looking stuff, but there is actual science behind it.
So to do this kind of work, first and foremost, I think, is to become a really good IO psychologist in terms of, understanding our methods, our analytics, our theories, because that's what we bring to the table. You'll often hear me promote partnerships, which I'm a big fan of, with other disciplines, with economists and development professionals, but we don't need to become economists. I mean, we've got a really special and unique skill set to bring to the table. So having those skills be sharp going into it, I think is really, really important. So if you're a student and you're in an IO psychology program, keep doing what you're doing, because I think that's going to give you the base to go from.
So is this your first SIOP?
This is my very first SIOP.
What do you think so far?
So far, it's a lot of fun. I'm excited for tomorrow, dive deeper.
Oh, and here's your certificate.
I'd like to present this certificate.
This is amazing. So we caught the moment on film. Very exciting. Okay, well, that was history being made. We're going really into the thick of it now. This goes on and on and on.
It is so exciting to be back together. It's just palpable, the energy in the room.
How's your conference going so far?
It's been great, because I'm getting food.
It's a little awkward and weird though too, isn't it?
It is a little bit. Like hugs? No hugs.
No, you may not hold the mic. No, absolutely not. You may speak into the mic that I am holding.
I don't like this, but okay.
Did you get a lot of visitors to your poster?
Yeah, it was pretty much nonstop, which I have not had at any non-SIOP conference. So
yeah, me neither. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Have you had a favorite session?
I just like the poster session that was just now. It was personality and careers.
Yeah, those are cool, I've heard.
Yes.
Excuse me, you'd like to come say hello? Okay, all right, you can come back later. We will be here, not forever, but shortly. Have they been living up to your expectations?
Yeah, it's been pretty great. Yeah, even one session made me cry. It was great.
It made you cry?
Yeah, it was so heartwarming.
Oh, like happy tears?
Yeah, happy tears, yeah.
Hi there, anyone want to come say hi? Okay. All right. Okay.
Please don't put that in. But
oh, we're live.
Oh, seriously?
Hi there. Do you want to stop by and say hi? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Cold as ice. Hi there. Do you want to stop by and say hi to the camera? Hurting my feelings.
Can I do a redo? I hate this.
No, we're live.
You're live? Okay, well, that's terrible.
And do you have advice for someone who maybe wants to get involved with committees but hasn't done it yet?
Yeah, I mean, definitely go through the SBS to sign up, but also reach out to the committee chairs. Tell them what you're interested in and try to form those relationships.
How's your conference going so far?
It is going fantastic.
What's your favorite part so far?
Reuniting with former students. They're the best.
Are you frequent APA attendees or is this your first time?
Yeah, probably like my 15th time, I would say.
Wow, do you get a prize for that?
Maybe when you get to 20.
We were looking at tenure track women in STEM positions who were working during COVID. It painted a pretty grim picture, a lot of burnout, a lot of stress, particularly concerns with their research as they were trying to achieve tenure, but COVID put a halt on a lot of their research, the ability to get into their labs, how much funding they had.
We are here at the APA convention and we're sitting here with two of SIOP's representatives to the APA Council.
Gary Carter and Tammy Allen just didn't even show up.
Can you say their names for the record again, please?
Tammy Allen, Gary Carter. There's 4 council reps. There's only 2 here.
And they did not show up, is what you're saying?
We have no idea where they are.
What is the Council of Representatives? What do you do there?
Well, we're the legislative body for APA, so we're like Congress.
Would you say you are more or less functional than Congress?
More. The people who disagree generally like each other, talk to each other, socialize with each other, so I think we have a leg up.
The most interesting fight was probably term limits, where we had a group of young, more diverse psychologists who felt like there was an entrenched clique of older psychologists who would continue to come back and serve term after term after term. And so we actually had a motion to establish term limits, and it got pretty personal. I mean, there were tears, there was emotion, there were fingers pointed, there were accusations. It was pretty cool.
I've heard that you actually managed to win that fight by using data.
One of the things I did was, being the cool, calm, rational IO psychologist that I am, I went out, I looked at some of the literature. There's not a lot out there, mind you, but I looked at some of the literature and what did it say about the impact of setting term limits on boards. And there was a lot of evidence that it led to more innovation, that it led to more diversity. It even distributed power more within the organization and led to better collaborations.
The effect was silence, absolute silence.
Stunned and amazed.
You could hear Jeff's footsteps walking across the floor, even though there was 200 people in the room after he finished sharing his data.
The Worker Being podcast was born at a friend's wedding after Patricia and I had some number of glasses of wine. I don't know the exact number. We were feeling some frustration in our respective positions, mine as an academic, hers as a practitioner, that people were frequently asking us really kind of low-hanging fruit questions about basic human needs in the workplace. How do I make my employees happier? Or people are super burnt out or exhausted, or they seem sad or sluggish all the time. Can you give me a tip about what to do to make things better? It was like these light bulbs were going off in the classroom, and they were thinking of different ways that they could intervene. And Patricia was seeing the same thing with clients. It's not really cool that you have to have the money to pay for a grad degree, or you have to have the money to pay for a consultant to come into your organization to understand these basic fundamental concepts of how to create more effective and well-being supportive ways of organizing.
How many total psychology master's and doctoral programs are there in the United States?
This feels like one of those Google interview questions, like how much would you charge to wash all the windows in New York City, right? Like, it's really about how you got to the answer. But in this case, it is not. We want to know what the answer is.
220.
Okay, 220. I'm busy.
Maddie, I'm gonna let you go.
No.
Yes, do it. Say it.
All right, we're gonna go with 80.
And the actual answer is 195.
Oh, we were closer the first time.
But wait, if we average your two answers together, do we get the right answer? Wisdom of the crowds here? No, we do not.
What do you think is the most important thing you would tell someone striking out to try to make this this transition from grad student to supervisor?
I think the one piece of advice that I would give, and this is just kind of consistent with what I do as a diversity researcher, is not come into it with preconceived notions that are inflexible and that are rigid. You've got to meet the students where they are.
I spend a lot of time and effort developing psychological safety so that they feel like they're equal contributors, so that they can share their ideas, because that's kind of the benefit of that. We as professors, I guess, know the breadth of the field. We know kind of what's been done and what hasn't, and we can get caught up in like, oh no, let's not do that. This area has already been totally like washed out. We know enough about it, but we have to welcome the new perspectives of the new students. And I just think that having that sort of authoritarian or like, I know what's best, take my direction, and you just kind of trust the process, doesn't really serve us.
We have a very special guest, the artificial intelligence known as ChatGPT.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Chat, if I can call you Chat, why don't we start with your thoughts about the field of biopsychology? What do you think the major trends are in the field?
Some major trends in this field include a focus on diversity and inclusion, the use of data and analytics to inform decision-making, and the use of technology in the workplace.
Okay, Chat, let's ask the question that's on everybody's minds. Could IO psychologists take over the world?
It is highly unlikely that IO psychologists could take over the world, as they do not typically have the training or expertise in political strategy or military tactics. IO psychologists are experts in applying psychological principles to the workplace, and their primary focus is on improving organizational performance and individual well-being. While they may have some valuable insights to offer in areas such as leadership and decision-making, they are not typically involved in the kind of activities that would be necessary for world domination.
So we can help, just not at the front line.
It's not a very big imagination, frankly.
That's it for another gig. To stay in touch, subscribe on YouTube, check out our website at thegig.online, join our LinkedIn group, sign up for our email notification list, and join our Discord. So many ways to connect. Thanks for joining us, and see you next time for another great IO get-together.